Where's a badger when you need one? Never seen a badger in real life. I mean, they're not exactly pleasant animals, from my knowledge. But it'd be interesting to encounter one. Hopefully not in the wild, though. Snap maw. So do they just legitimately want me to follow the river upstream from here? Because I could have just gone to the dam. I know where the hell... I know where the problem is.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
That's an interesting description. I hate the cold. Okay, got a badger skin. I don't remember what I was gonna use the badger skin for. Oh yeah, the map for the blue gleam. Yeah, okay, we got it. I'm following the river upstream. I was just kind of expecting Aloy to say something. Like, oh, that must be where... That must be the cause of why this place is flooded. Ah! I heard that. It's a fox. Unfortunately, I am not particularly interested in what the foxes say.
That must be where the water's coming from. Looks like something the old ones built.
She still refers to them as the old ones. That's cute. They are the old ones. This is like hundreds of years after everyone's death. What is that? Oh, little figure. Hold on. I was trying to climb over the edge, but it wouldn't let me.
Kind of animal. A keepsake of the old ones.
Are you sure? Because, trade at Hollow Hall for valuable rewards. Yeah, you see, I don't think these would have lasted hundreds of years after everything was destroyed. Although I guess there are tons of old world things that were... I mean, they're pretty decayed now, but they're still around in some way or form. I just don't believe that a wood statue sitting out in the open, or pretty out in the open, would last this long. Really? Holy shit, that wasn't even that far down. That's like parkour roll and you'll be fine distance. Aha! There's a campfire over here, as well as something for me to scan. What do you have to say about this place? Emissions Joyride. To Shelly Guerrilla Mackenzie. Emissions Joyride. Okay, girl, you are never gonna guess what happened on my way home from last night. First thing, I heard the sound like a herd of killer bees escaping out of a tin can. Then there was this weird light through the trees. I was totally hoping it was aliens, but nah, it was one of those old blue spectrum LEDs. Looked super creepy on the snow. As it got closer, I heard some Yahoo letting out this weird guttural man shriek, as if he were doing some macho primal scream therapy. You know, with 1,000 RPMs between his legs. Said Yahoo was none other than Dodd Blevins, our new director of security, or whatever his $20 title is. He was actually riding an old snowmobile. They're like 1,000 times more polluting than a combustion-era car. My expert professional opinion, Blevins is a grade A douche canoe. I decided not to stick the security bot on his flabby rear. After all, he's practically our boss for the next 2 weeks. But Shells, you might want to take a bathroom break now, because you're gonna lose it when you find out what I did instead. Okay, I was standing right near one of the trail signs, and I could tell Blevins was headed for me, so I reprogrammed the sign to swap directions between Fairy Falls and Purple Mountain. Wicked, right? You'd never get a snowmobile up there. I hope he bailed out hard and had to walk back to the ridge. Guess I'll be filing out my very first incident report right before this whole thing shuts down forever. I could let it slide like usual, but then where's the fun? Shells, where is the fun? Oh, Jesus. I am fine with anybody and everybody fucking with Dodd Blevins. As she said, grade A douche canoe.
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Really? Okay, enter the Grey Catch. Exit the great catch.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the dent?
Overflow basin compromised. Well, at least we got a synthetic voice here. It's probably not an intelligent AI, but I'm always glad to encounter just random computer things. But someone's already in here. Is it going to be a bandit?
Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing?
Somebody probably fucked with shit. They probably pulled a lever or something. Glass door, seal integrity maintained. Oh.
Another holographic interface. Must be some kind of code. A piece is missing. Not getting in here without it.
Yeah, we could look around a little bit.
I should be able to shut this place down from here. Someone made a mess of this. If I had the right parts, I'll bet I could get it working again.
Define right parts.
Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen?
Someone's dangerous level of exploration. Explore the dam.
Rough waters. No way I'd be able to swim.
Oh, that looks like fun. Okay, we got a bit of platforming to go.
The lock positions. Helpful.
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't access these until I repair it. Oh, there's a door.
It's okay. Like, how do we want to start this farewell thing? We might be the last sexual people to ever see this place. Yeah.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I want to listen to it in the area over here.
It's okay. Like, how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last sexual people to ever see this place. Yeah. Hence, songs.
Okay, so we actually canceled that pretty early on. I thought there was going to be a lot more. Message text. Dear Nobody. As far as I can tell, that's who's going to read this. Those spooky guys showed up today with that creep Blevins to take measurements of our workstations, and next week they start installing feral servitors to do our jobs. Bye-bye, Shelly. Bye-bye, Laura. See you never. Hope you enjoy basic income. God, it's going to be weird to say goodbye to this place. When Quentin and I split, this was all I had. Thank God for a job where I could sit at a panel and press buttons and cry all day. Which I think is why we're doing this. Hiding the tapes of our rehearsals in the dam. These tapes are our memories, our ghosts. Through them, we get to haunt this place, keep it human in some small way. This control room is where I was sitting when Laura came in dragging an old practice amp and a guitar behind her. Shells, she said. Girl. So I was looking at schematics for this place and I found the perfect practice space. The acoustics in this place, seriously bonkers. Like echoing through the entire valley kinds of bonkers. Legit, you're gonna soil yourself when you see it. I remember asking, practice space? Peace, Shelly. Neato.
If I can't find something, maybe my focus can. Someone's been through here. Not that long ago either.
Maybe we actually can find some of their practice logs. I become trapped somehow. Yeah, alright. I'm coming, buddy. Well, it's a good thing I know what I'm doing with this. I am a good person, thank you very much.
Unless you're not one of those snap moths I saw outside, are you? You were a snap moth, I don't suppose you'd tell me. Would ya?
I was about to say, this guy doesn't sound like a Bannook. It just already tells it's an Osram.
Probably couldn't fit through the door. Or climb to the door. Or understand the function of doors. Alright, you're either here to rescue me or you're an uncharacteristically small and clever snap moth. Or I've imagined you entirely.
Or-
On the off chance you're not the result of my skull going soft, little help?
Yeah, just stop rambling and I'll help you as soon as I can.
I don't wish to rush you, potentially imaginary rescuer. Take your time, of course. Happy to accommodate.
I love just listening to to things like this.
Would that I could tell you this is my first time getting stuck mid-delve. No such luck, I'm afraid.
So you're the one that caused this mess, huh?
Usually I have to get myself out of these predicaments, so you can imagine my relief.
Yes. Even though you could have just heard a random sound rather than anyone actually opening up the place.
2 days wandering a ruin before I found an exit. 2 full days!
Did you have enough supplies for that?
This current arrangement of ours is preferable, of course. Not much wandering room in here.
I'm surprised they keep on going.
After all this anticipation, I'm even more excited to make your acquaintance than I was when I first heard you out there. Although if I might permit myself to be frank, I would prefer a little more expedience. Help! I've become trapped somehow.
Okay, he's restarted his dialogue.
Oh!
Are you all right?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. My forge gone cold. But nope, nope. Not old Gildan.
You're welcome. Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to flood. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. When the
She's
bridge began to
facepalming.
collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves.
You threw it in the way.
By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna have to somehow stop the chamber from being flooded and hope that the ring is still there, or go outside and try and look for it. Christ.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got 2 hands. I've got 2 hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
yeah, I guess.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water,
Quite by accident.
and then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones. But one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes, I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long. Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do for you.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gilden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
Okay, that's convenient. So, let me guess. You're gonna take the one on the left that doesn't require you any
Up
effort.
ahead, girl. See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors?
Yeah, sure. I'll put in the effort to go across the bridge. Find a path to the other side. Yeah, it's probably gonna be over here. Usually, places seem to be
I'm reminded of a delve I
conveniently
undertook
hollowed out.
here this plant. A stone ruin, cloud tall and lake wide. Must have been 13 levels on that monstrosity, but no walls. Just great stone columns bearing the weight of the level above. Filled out with row upon row of those enormous busted out old world parks. You know the ones with the 4 wheels?
a parking garage. I'm pretty sure people didn't want the birds to be inside their cars, but with those people dead, they don't really have a choice, do they? And when you called it a cart, that's just still a pretty effective title for them. They used it to transport things and themselves.
Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin.
On it.
Sure, I'm just gonna lower this emergency ladder into the water where it's not gonna be useful. Until we close this off!
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Huh? Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
Lock the first sluice gate. You got it. Well, that
One
lowered the
gate
level
down.
pretty
Halfway through then, aren't we?
dramatically.
To the second gate!
But of
A
course,
ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
yeah, thankfully the water level decreased just enough for us to be able to use this. I mean, look at this place.
I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Lots of jumping.
Jump across on that rickety rusting platform. We'll find a way up.
Rickety rustic platform. Yeah, for
Nice
sure.
jump! Nice! What am I saying? That was stupendous! Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Oh boy! Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to go on the first platform, but I jumped rather than just walked off. Because, you know, I have an expectation about things.
Oh, you're close, girl. Just spring across the gap. Ah, you're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Anyways, what I was gonna say is this place is really rusted out. I'm surprised the sudden inflow of just a shit ton of rapid flowing water didn't break it all over.
Look out below.
But what am I saying? Maybe it did. Just not in the places that would inconvenience
Now
us
we've
too
done
much.
this once before. It could be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side,
it's set up the same way on this side. I should look for an access tunnel.
I'm glad the people who made this dam thought a little ahead of time. Like, well, if they're at one side of the gate, they need a way to get from that gate, or that side of the gate, to the other. Without going into the water. Wouldn't it be amusing if we could, like, activate a robot to handle all this stuff for us? Wouldn't it be amusing if the robots were still here and the entire place was kept in impeccable condition? Ooh, this is deep water. Probably pretty dirty water too. I'd never want to swim
Okay,
in a rusted out
turn the
place like
bow.
this.
It's not working!
I'll see what I can do on my side.
Thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
Look for the counterweight. I mean, you have that. Do we have to break that? Hold on, I could swap some things out here. I don't need to use precision arrows, I can just use my normal arrows. Hold on, where's my normal bow? Here we go, hunter bow. Alright, so we need to find a counterweight, and that's something that's hanging around.
Broke off.
Oh wait,
If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get it moving again. Hang on, okay? I've got a plan. I need to get up higher. Could climb up that wreckage. That's pretty much what I do now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see her! Cut it! I forgot the word. Sim. Shells, we started off so strong and then it all just imploded. Well, that's sort of my MO. No. Heavy stuff. Switching gears. Band-Aid! We need one.
oh, well, let's see what we got here. Dear Nobody, when I took this job, we had to watch this training holo, and I remember probably 2% of the actual holo. At some point, the holo welcomed me to the Dam family, and I felt like, A, that was such a missed opportunity because they could have called it a Damly and chose not to, and B, the idea that I would ever think of any of my coworkers as family was pretty ridiculous. But then one day I looked up, and automation had whittled 6 people down to just Laura and I was signing papers to dissolve the family I thought I had. And suddenly my last coworker with her faded tattoos and perpetually arched eyebrows was telling me jokes and making me listen to bands I'd never heard of and cheering me up when I cried. Things were really good when it was just the two of us. We used to have these theme days. One time the sluice gates were open and we set up a beach blankets on one of the catwalks in the intake tower and batted around this inflatable beach ball I had in my apartment for some reason. Laura messed around with the emergency PA and patched in a bunch of classical surf rock songs. We even put sunscreen on the bridge of our noses. Laura called it the Concrete Bridge Party. Or beach party. I keep on making words up. When Laura brought up band names, I knew pretty much right away that what would be our name. Concrete Beach Party. There was never really any other choice. I almost missed that. Good thing I took a look around. Okay. So that's the weight up there. Nope. At least there are no machines down here just messing things up, right? That's an interesting staircase. Probably will take me to where I need to go next. Oh, there was a staircase here that I could have taken. Oh, no.
Might regret this.
I'm supposed to jump from these. All right, sure. Good luck to us. Ugh. Dude, this would be terrifying. There's no way this would actually be able to support all of Aloy. And like her equipment, her armor, her weapons, all the stuff in her backpack. You know, enough materials to probably construct a machine of our own, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Can I stand on this? Whoa, oh, okay. I didn't realize there was something above me.
Jump straight to the counterweight from here. But I could climb higher. get above it.
Yes, I could. I see something from here. Okay, now that I'm aware of all the random stuff that could potentially be in this area, I'm looking. Rappel down. From here? I'm glad he showed us a little bit of
Going down.
a little bit of worry for me. Well, this takes a while. Hey, so all I have to do is sit around and wait.
Almost slow enough to jump.
You can make it! Let's see another one of those mad leaps!
Lock the gate!
We're good to go.
You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but slow enough, wouldn't you say? Now, where's that ring?
Oh shit!
Good question. Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildan.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
There's a fucking snap ball just chilling out down here. You remember what I was just saying? That, wow, it's lucky that we didn't have any machines like come down through here. I was partially wrong.
Forge, forgive me. What if that snap maw swallowed that ring we're at? Just gobbled it right up.
We'll find out after I've killed it.
Let's see what we got here. Its body is weak against fire. Well, if I use 3 fireballs at a time. Hey, how you doing? I can keep chaining fire damage. Whoa! Look, I'm not inside anymore, so you should walk over. Ah! Straighten all the bombs. Uh-oh. Oh no! This is a bad place to be! Never be in the water with an alligator, right? It's just a bad idea.
Tell me when it's dead, would you?
It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the ring. Maybe if you
You're right.
pry its
This thing
jaws
did
open
swallow
and
the
reach
ring.
its- That's the old Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils.
Sure. Let me listen to this.
What's in here? More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. Should we have a look?
Didn't you want to get into the storage room?
I do, fervently. But, well, I got time to poke my nose in if you did.
Oh, I definitely do. Let me just listen to this. Limited edition merch. Let me listen to this in here so that he doesn't like talk over it at some point. Limited edition merch.
Okay, Shells. Shells, we're not focusing on that right now. We're recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government property with your sticker.
Colleagues, I have been asked to remind you that conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged.
What were you saying about vandalizing government property?
Oh no! Don't vandalize the servitor! What did it ever do to you? Dear nobody, we spent an hour plastering our stickers all over that servitor. Well, I say stickers. They were sticky notes from my desk. We stole the presentation and design of other band logos, drawing little skulls and lightning bolts, and broken hearts around the name. It's not like we had any actual work to do. When this began, we were told we'd be on-site advisors, going through the motions of our duties so that servitors could mimic our actions. But the government creeps, corporate creeps, same diff I guess, mostly ignore us or yell at us for getting in their way. The robo-scab's weird oval head kept swiveling towards us, and it kept asking, "Hello, is this relevant to my training?" as we try to duck out its line of sight, ruining its chrome finish with sticky notes and shushing each other's giggles. Afterward, Laura stood in front of the thing and goes, "Servitor, this is very important. This is how you greet Blevins, okay? It's a sign of immense respect." I mean, will the servitor actually give Blevins the finger? Probably not, right? But a girl can dream. Screw the man, Shelley. Okay. I want to see a thing from Blevins just being like, who taught the servitor how to give the middle finger? And why was it not programmed to know what the difference was?
We drained enough water for what we need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam.
Whoa.
Pipes.
This is an intense place.
Valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here.
Sure. But where's all the drained water going? Just down the river, right?
Focus could turn something up. All right, time to get the flow going to the right place.
I
boy.
say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry, I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
All right. We're gonna have to connect some of these over and also worry about the broken pipes. Let me listen or read up on this though. Valves 101. Yo, Shelly, I'm trapped in servitor hell over here. Got in this morning, and as usual, that one half-baked chrome dolt was bumping against the locked entry door in the reservoir room, moaning about requiring entry into the totality of the facility. Between its robot voice and those weird, grindy sounds its limbs make, the acoustics reminded me of a track from one of those less accessible German post-punk bands. I've told them and told them. Every night the pipe network decouples so that the reservoir can refill, and every morning it has to be reset manually. All you have to do is turn the valve thingy so that the water flows directly to the pump. The rest of the servitors seem to get it, but this guy won't stop bugging out. I mean, I know we're supposed to be on-site advisors, but this is getting ridiculous. Do I have to scratch the instructions into their stupid shiny faces? Maybe you should tell someone that the servitor is messing up before it goes rogue and kills you or something.
Doesn't help. The water can't pass through.
I gotta turn it this way. Haha. I have to turn these around very
You got
carefully.
a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
Thank you for the compliment, Gildan. Some things I'm gonna have to deal with. Okay, that's not where we need to go because we'd have to cancel out the loop. Nope, that's gone up there. Shoot.
That's not quite right.
This job demands a certain degree of patience, doesn't it? I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness.
So if I turn this, it turns off everything. Oh! But I can reroute things in interesting directions.
One step closer.
I see.
Been at this a while, girl. No room to judge, mind. I once spent half a day flummoxed by a Karja puzzle box.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting it. I think this one last valve should do it.
There, this should do it. We should head back. See if that's what
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guessing it's sealed because of the flood.
Ever met a conundrum that we can never unconundrum? You know, we've dealt with some things that we couldn't solve immediately.
This must go down to the lower level.
How big is this dam? Holy hell.
Ugh, it stinks down here.
You smell that? Smells like a Ford-side morning in the claim.
Hold on, I gotta actually dismantle I'm on vacation for myself. Disassemble. Disassemble, disassemble. Anything that's blue goes away. Unless it's like a spear mod, which we don't really have a lot of. I'd love to just mark a ton. Just go, okay, mark, 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 mark. Well, that would be convenient. Okay, I think that's good enough. So what is this? Drummer's weapon coil.
Looks like that's everything. I should head back up with Gildan.
So this was the big reward for doing all that? Drummer's coil. 51% freeze, 35% shock, and 35% corruption. Huh. That's nice. Freeze, shock, and corruption. That would go on to one of my bows, right? Free shock corruption would be the war bow. Yep, free shock corruption right there. But we'd be putting it on the Lodge war bow. %51% freeze? Yes, thank you very much. Jesus, look at all the corruption. I could reduce that. I don't really particularly care. About corruption too much. I don't use it too often. There. Those are some nice upgrades. Holy hell. Warbow. If only I could have 5 weapons equipped at a time. That would be amazing. And replace the storm slinger for now. Okay, let's head back up. I'm just confirming there's nothing over here. Yeah, okay.